So hi everyone, and thanks for having us in this really fine line of people. Our talk is also called Designing for Documentary. This morning I read it in the news that in some places in China striptease is trending at funerals. And I thought, it so often strikes me that reality beats my wildest imaginations so often. We are here to tell you about our documentary game Cosmic Top Secret. And as a backdrop to the talk, Director Trine Leyer will be playing the first level of the game. And I'm Lise Sakstrup, I'm producing. Are we coming through? Maybe. Otherwise, we have a backup.
We tested before.
Okay, so we'll.
Tell us a story.
Okay, so as most people, T, actually the director, grew up in a family. What you thought was an ordinary family with a military officer and economist dad and a housewife mom taking good care of her. In her childhood, her dad was often absent for longer periods of time. At one point he told her that he had traveled to a fortress far away underground to do calculations on Denmark's first computer desk. And it was not until T had grown up that she got back to these explanations. She found a dossier stamped Cosmic Top Secret in her father's office, and she began to wonder if there was a connection between the mysterious disappearances and the dossier. What did he actually do when he left? In the game you will find out that Dad used to work with the Minister of Foreign Affairs. You will also help to find. You will help T find Dad's leg that he misses on the way on an orienteering. You will learn that T's mom also was working for the intelligence service. She was actually teaching the Danish Queen Margaret judo in the Women's Auxiliary Force. And you will learn that the biggest secrets was not kept on files and microfilms, but actually in the family. You will dive into the Cold War archives, perspecting the time and the personal story by exposing myths and anecdotes running in the intelligence service. This is stories, for example, Krus's Dump. It's a story about the communist leader Khrushchev who arrives in Copenhagen in 1964. Rumors has it that he is very ill, and the plumber gang hired by the intelligence is actually installing pipes into the toilet of his hotel room. They are collecting stool samples to analyze if he is actually ill. It turns out that he's not. And it's stories like this, stories about the unlucky tourists, stories about Red Owl operations, and many, many more that will give you an idea and perspect the time in the game. In the first level, you will play T, who is following in the footsteps of Dad. On the way, you realize that Dad is actually quite ill and that time is running out if you want to know about the truth. You also find out that time might be right to grow up yourself, and maybe it would be an idea to learn how to drive, as Dad has actually paid for your driver's license. So the story actually fell into place when reality hit us. How could the emotional development of the protagonist be experienced in both story and gameplay? 2 years ago, T went on orienteering with Dad, and after the running, there was a training in hand grenade throwing. Dad slips while throwing his last grenade, and it actually turns out that he's hurt really badly. This is of course, or was of course, really, really bad for Dad, but it was really, really good for the story. Suddenly, the structure of a coming-of-age story seemed quite clear to us. It fell into place. And the development of controls with the look and feel of an insecure woman developing into an independent person seemed much closer. To us, the importance of developing gameplay together and along with the story is crucial. Paper is a magic medium. It's strong in expression, fragile when in use. This medium has proven quite suitable for expression through controls of a shy character, trying to do what Dad does, but on the way developing into an independent and maybe not so curled up person. We've taken a real and personal story and are making it into a game. We develop it like we would probably develop other games that we work on. The big difference for us when working with documentary is actually how it's experienced by the audience. The dimension that documentary bring to the experience is what we aim for. You'll probably never meet a game done by us about Chinese striptease at Chinese funerals, but I must admit that that story instantly made me it instantly generated lots and lots of questions only due to the fact that this is actually happening. So, thank you.